We will be working with a program called IXL very often in college prep math. So a couple of things that I want to show you since it's a new year and you've not worked in IXL. First, if you look up here in the top corner, I've got Use Your Journal. If you're practicing something in IXL, it's normally a skill we've learned in the last few days. I'd like you to pull out your journal and use it while you're doing it. It'll help you really solidify the skills. The next thing for you to see is right here where it says you're working for a SMART score of 90%. Now, I'll always put what your SMART score is that you're working for, because sometimes I'll only ask you to go to a SMART score of a 70, meaning I would add 30 points and give you 100. In this particular assignment, when you get to a 90, you can stop. I will be adding 10 points to wherever you stopped. So the biggest thing that you need to know is you have to be logged in to get the credit. It's really sad when students get to working on something and they get a message that says you've reached your daily limit. That means they didn't log in. When they do log in, it's going to start their SMART score back over at 0. So if you don't want to have to do extra practice that gets you nowhere, go ahead and log in before you start working. So I'm going to show you how to log in to IXL. So on this slide, click this link. It will take you to your IXL assignments. You'll always have the link to the assignment in your pair deck. Now, when I click that link, it's going to take me directly to my assignment, which in this case was for classify numbers. Now, most of the time, it's kind enough to come up and remind you to sign in. Sometimes you'll accidentally close that, and you won't even notice this green box up here at the top. This green box at the top that says sign in, as long as that box is there, you're not getting credit for your work. And it will let you sit here and do work. So I could say, describe and answer this. And I could say, yep, it's a rational number, and it's a real number, and it's a whole number, and it's a natural number, and submit. Great, I've got a SMART score of 10. And then I realize, oh no, I didn't sign in. When I click the sign in and go through the process of signing in, notice what happens to my SMART score. So let's go about what the process is for signing in. Your username is always going to start with CPM. That stands for College Prep Math. Then you're going to type in your first name. My first name is Deborah. You'll type in your last initial. My last initial is H. And then you'll type in whatever the current 3-digit IXL number is. When I did this video, the 3-digit IXL number was 152. That's my username for this month. Your password will always be 123. So once I've done that, when I click sign in, notice what happens to my SMART score. It went back to 0. So the most important thing I can tell you is log in before you start doing the work. Now, sometimes people ask me, why do we have to keep getting new numbers for IXL? And that's because we work in the trial version of IXL. But that does mean that every 30 days, we have to get a new login. So that's how IXL works. Remember to use your journal.